Welcome, race fans, to Pitside live here at Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. We are racing here at ACS. We are looking forward to tonight. If you guys aren't on your way, you best be getting ready to come because what a jam-packed night we have. We have the Malvern State Bank SLMR show tonight, East-West Series, so looking forward to that, Evan. I'm Cliff Baldwin. This is Evan Baldwin. We are live with you on KCSI Radio as well as the YouTube channel for KCSI, and hopefully here in a minute we're going to have on our Facebook page too. You can watch us on our Facebook page.
We're going to open it up hopefully to Facebook Live here tonight on the Adams County Speedway page. We're just trying to get some login situations figured out here. We're running just a little bit behind on that, so if you are on the YouTube channel and you want to jump over to our Facebook channel as well, you can do that as well, and you can tell people to do that. But welcome to Pitside Live. Once again, I'm Evan Baldwin. So a lot of stuff going on here tonight. Beautiful weather here. This is a really, really gorgeous night. It's very refreshing because it's been so humid all summer long, very hot and humid. So it's very nice to have a night like tonight where we can enjoy some weather and enjoy some great racing. So the Ray Houck Late Model Showdown is tonight. Malvern Bank Super Late Models East and West Series is here tonight. They're going to be running a dual race here tonight, $4,000 to win for the late models. And then we're going to have our regular 5 classes of the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series. Just 4 points nights left. Next weekend's a big one. We got 2 points races next weekend, Friday and Saturday. So getting right down to the season championship here coming up on September the 6th. So we are looking forward to the end of the year. Looking forward to some specials that we got coming up here at the end of the year as well with our 28th annual Napa Auto Parts Tradition and the 3rd annual Pumpkin Dash for the Malvern Bank Super Late Models East and West Series Championship Night. Very happy that we were able to get this race in. This race was previously scheduled for the end of July, so about a month ago. And unfortunately, we rained out, so we were able to reschedule. We do thank Joe Kaziski and the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series for allowing us to reschedule that event as well. So we are looking forward to tonight, and we are very, very pleased and happy that we are able to do that. So
yeah, we're going to have to do some adjustment here because the radio station is not hearing us, so we're going to have to turn up some volumes here in order for us to be heard on the radio. So Lori back studio keep us informed here. She said it sounds like we're coming from 50 miles away, and I can hear our PA system here, and I can barely hear us. So we definitely need to do some adjustments here for you. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
You can hear us on YouTube, I know that. So
but yeah, we're
working on some audio stuff here, some new stuff with Facebook Live, so we're working on that. So I think that's affecting our audio on the radio as well. So we're just kind of working out the kinks. So again, looking forward to tonight. If you haven't decided to make it out, make sure you make it out here tonight, race fans. It's going to be an action-packed night. You're going to have 6 features, $20 ticket. I mean, that's super cheap for 6 features tonight here, race fans. So we're looking forward to that. So we're pretty close to the normal audio that we usually have, so I'm not really sure why we're not coming through the radio.
Over
so
our PA here, where we're live, is not. You can't even hear us really.
Interesting. So
yeah, I'm going to keep working on this here to see if we can get this changed around, if Lori can let us know. Got a message that they can hear us on KCSI, so that's what I'm checking to make sure here. So yeah. All right, we got a couple of guys here listening to us. Thank you very much. They can't hear us on the radio, so that's what I want to confirm. It's just that our PA here live at the racetrack here is not coming through very well, so that's fine.
Well, I'm going to guess it's not coming through because they're probably messing with it for Facebook.
Yep. So, well, thank you, Jay and Ernie, for texting me and getting us know that we're working here. So appreciate that very much. So back to the business here on hand. So hopefully Jay's on his way to the track. So, but yeah, it's on the pits out there, and the outside pits are getting full. So I just saw a couple more cars pull in. I know we have maybe a little more room out there, so that's a good thing. So getting that thing filled up. Should have plenty of late models here tonight. So Evan and I, we went to Marshalltown last night and watched some of that till the rain came through. So
it was a good race up there last night.
Fun to watch, yeah.
Dallin Murdy and Dylan Thornton were kind of going at it there pretty much the whole race. Dallin Murdy unfortunately got into a lap car and he ended up breaking his left front control arm. So he was out of the race, and then the rain came, and then Dylan Thornton ended up picking the win up last night. So unfortunately, Dallin Murdy is now 66 points back in the East Series point standings, so it's going to be really tough for him to make up that ground. The Malvern Bank Series has got some really tight points battles going on right now. From our local West Series, right now your points leader is Jesse Sobbing. He's been leading the points pretty much all season long. Second in the points in your West Series right now is Norfolk, Nebraska's Tad Pospischal. Third currently in the West Series point standings. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know Jacob Hopscheit is fourth. Very impressive from the 0-1. This is kind of his first full year in the Malvern Bank Series this year. He's been dabbling in a late model the last several years, but this has pretty much been his first full year this year in a super late model, so very impressive from the 0-1. So that's the West Series. East Series is a little bit different. These drivers typically only come down here when we have dual races. There are a couple that come down when we have a West race, but these guys are definitely pulling from a lot farther away than our West guys. Most of these guys are located in the eastern Iowa area. Some are over on the Mississippi River, so it's quite a pull for some of these guys. But your current point leader on the East Series is the 38T of Dylan Thornton, and then currently second in the point standings is a multi-time Lucas Oil MLRA champion in Chad Simpson out of Mount Vernon. Very happy to see the 25 of Chad Simpson with the Malvern Bank Series this year. Chad's been racing a lot of open late model stuff throughout his career, and it's good to see him move down into some spec motor stuff and race with these guys. Ever since the Lucas Oil MLRA Series got disbanded last year, I know he had to make some decisions on what he wanted to do, on what series he wanted to run. He ended up choosing the Malvern Bank East Series, and he's been a really good addition for them. So very thankful that the Malvern Bank Series is able to add him to the series this year. Currently third in your Malvern Bank East Series point standing currently is the 99X of Dallin Murdy. Unfortunately, Dallin is now a little bit farther behind after last night. He had a mishap with the lap car. He was leading, was probably going to be the car to beat last night, but unfortunately got into it with CJ Horn, the 01X, who is here tonight. Broke that left front control arm and ended up finishing, I think, 16th last night, unfortunately. So, but Dallin will be here again tonight. A lot of those young guns in the Malvern Bank East Series are very, very fun to watch, very talented drivers. So it'll be fun for them to go up against our local West guys here tonight, and looking forward to seeing some half-mile dirt track racing here tonight. A little bit different style of late model racing than what we see around the area. A lot of bull ring stuff nowadays, a lot of smaller racetracks that these guys run on, so this is totally different ball game for some of these East Series guys, as they don't have a lot of big racetracks they race on over East. So looking forward to something different. So
Okay, tell you what, we're going to take a quick break here. Hate to take a break this quick, but we got a couple things we're going to have to do with some wiring here to get some things straightened out so people don't trip down here. They've already almost yanked our cord out here, so I'm going to have to get something covered up out there. So we're going to take our first commercial break and be right back with you as soon as possible here on Pitside Live.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah. Best Finish Auto Sales and Service is proud of the quality used vehicles. And on their dedicated sales staff to make the best buying experience possible.
Welcome back to Pitside Live here on KCSI Radio 95.3, and we're also on the YouTube channel, and we should be on our Facebook page now.
I believe we're also on our Facebook page now. I do believe Ryan was going to try to get it going up there. So,
and we also have our sound locally here, so all of you in the stands should be able to hear us now. So,
all right, I do believe we are live on Facebook now. So, what we've been talking about, race fans, talking about kind of what's going on tonight. I kind of gave a quick recap of things going on in the Malvern Bank Series currently, for you guys that don't know what's going on. So, which just some point standings and things like that. So, from a local standpoint, race fans, some of our points battles are ramping up pretty tight here in the last several weeks, as they do pretty much each and every year here at the Speedway. If we go through from some things that I can remember off the top of my head, compact class right now is led by Tyler Hoover in the 27. He is looking for his second career track championship in the Floating Vine Compact point standings. Currently second in that standings is Brett Shepard out of Emerson. The 98 machine is doing a really good job. He's been really consistent all year long. I know his brother helps him out a lot, Dusty. So really impressed with the 98 machine and Brett Shepard doing a good job in the compact division. Moving on to our hobby stock division. Currently, your point leader right now is Jim Toll in the 22 machine, but he is currently, I believe, only like 4 points clear of Tyler Gray in the 12G machine. So that's a really tight points battle. Jim Toll's looking for his, I believe it'd be third track championship if I remember right. Don't quote me on that, but hasn't won one though in a long time. So good to have Jim Toll back with us on a weekly basis. Tyler Gray is really improved driver this year in the hobby stock division. Picked up his biggest career feature win several weeks ago in the Isles Fabrication Dirt Crown Hobby Stock Challenge Series. So picked up $1,000 to win for the Dirt Crown Series. So hobby stocks is always good racing down here at the Speedway, and I don't think this weekend will be any different. So Sport Mods right now, Sean Kralik is your leader. I do believe that is the biggest points gap out of any of our points championships. Some news from last weekend, Hunter Poston did pick up the feature win last weekend, but did get disqualified due to an illegal illegal spring mount. So he ended up getting disqualified. So Sean Kralik ended up taking the win, extended his point lead, and unfortunately, that moved Hunter Poston all the way down to 6th in the point standings.
Yeah, that's a tough deal. That's tough. That's the thing. It's certain things are legal here, and some certain things are legal at other tracks. That's what's tough. It makes it tough when we have those rules like that.
So Sport Mods right now, Sean Kralik pretty much has it in the bag unless he does something or breaks or something like that. So stock cars right now, that's your tightest point battle of them all. Right now, Jesse Dennis is your leader. Extended it a little bit last weekend by picking up the feature win. So it's kind of a 3-horse race right now in your stock cars between Brad Derry, Jesse Dennis, and Scuba Steve Churchill. So, and then last but not least, your modifieds. Another tight points battle in your modifieds as well. So you got Jesse Dennis kind of catching back up a little bit, but currently your points leader is Josh Most, and Josh Cooper's right there as well. So Jeff Wiggins is also in the points battle. So all right, let's shift some gears here. We got our first guest here onto the show. He is from La Vista, Nebraska. It is the driver of the 53, the famed 53. It is Andrew Kaziski, and he picked up the first feature win of the year for our late models here back in June at the Gail and Karen Hampel Memorial. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for having me.
So let's go back to June. That was a pretty sweet deal.
That was John,
I'd
like to go back there. Yeah,
that was. I've heard you've been having a little bit of struggles here the last month or so, but that had to have been probably one of the biggest wins of your career. I know this track is a home track for you ever since I-80 closed, and I know John Hampel. I remember when he went up to your window net, he was screaming and really excited for you.
That was. That's always been one. I've said this a lot of times. I've led a lot of races here, and I've not won them because I've drove off the track. I've done something silly, yellow come out late, And Hampel has told me forever, you need to win that one. And, I mean, it's like, you know it. I got to win that one. I got to win that one. I cannot believe it. It just – and it was just as special the whole time. Like I said, you know, Mike Daly just passed away. My father-in-law worked for him for 45 years. We did all of our engine work there. My daughter just turned 2. That was her birthday that day. My youngest daughter, that was her first race. It was just – it was so much. And I just seen John at Mike Daly's funeral, and he goes – we had some choice words, and we said, you know, we're going to win that. You know,
well,
we're going to win that effort. You know what I mean?
You should have seen your sister up in the tower.
Oh, all of them. I had all my sisters. Or my youngest sister was not here. She lives out of town, but my sister Bobby came, and that was the only race she's been to this year, and she had her kids, and they were sitting right up here. And it's funny because the picture crossing the line, you can see him just jumping. But it was just it was like that night had to happen. And, I mean, we were struggling a little bit before that. We were getting better, and then it was like that needed to happen. But then we've been a little struggle bus since then.
Yeah.
And it's nice to come back here and because we know – I know how to get around here. So I'm happy to be back here.
Yep.
I'm happy to make some laps and see if I can figure something out.
Yeah, coming to a familiar track has to be uplifting, obviously, especially when you're having. You know, we were at Marshalltown last night. We both went up, and that's just a different animal up there.
You know, it's a really good track. It's hard to get a hold of. So I think the guys that know how to run there are better. I don't know why. I mean, it looks like it's just muddy, but there's no mud on your car because it's like a sandy, dirty. Real high banked on the top. It's aggressive, though. If you could figure out how to get around the top, you're going to be fast. And I mean, that's why Thornton and Murdy were so good there. They ran there a lot. But but this place here's the same way. So many people hate coming here. They don't understand it. Man, this place is so big. It's so hard to go around. And it's like, for me, I get it. You know what I mean? Justin Zeitner, he gets it. You know, we just know how to do it.
Yep. And I was gonna ask. Mentioned this to you last night. We sat there on that container at the in 3 and 4 faces the track. But anyway, I got to look and I thought, you know, I don't know if you got to turn laps at Sunset or not, but I was going to ask your dad, you know, does this track remind you of Sunset? Because I'm looking at that thing and it's like, you know, Sunset was pretty high bank, honestly. You know, it was a tight 3/8, but I thought, man, this reminds me a lot of Sunset. I don't know if
I never got to race there. You'd have to ask him. Yeah. I think Marshalltown's more banked than Sunset ever was, okay. But yeah, I don't know that one.
I remember Ed could find some top sides of that track that nobody else could find.
Well, I think you put the nail on to the hammer there when it comes to familiarity. This is one of those racetracks here in Corning that if you don't know this place, you are out to lunch. I mean, it is one of those tracks, man, where the West guys have ruled here for a long, long time, and ever since your dad decided to add the East Series into the picture here, I've heard a lot of comments from a lot of East guys saying that they really struggle here because it's just not something. This is a very unique racetrack, and you know it better than anybody. It's like there is no other racetrack to compare this place to. Really.
No, not really. I mean, that Columbus Junction, which I ran second there this year, is very close to here. It's I don't know. It's like if I-80 and Corning could be one track, it'd be Columbus Junction, which is weird to say, but that's just kind of how it feels. But no, there's nothing like this. And I mean, Chad Simpson, one of the best racers we've ever seen, right, in the Midwest.
Yep.
What did he run here last time? 9th or 10th? He had a hard time getting around here. Now, tonight he'll probably be better. Dylan Thornton's going to be good here. Murdy's going to be good here. But yes, I mean, we got the upper hand over here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Our West guys have got the upper hand. I mean, the guys that I can think of right off the top of my head that had this place down is, I mean, yourself, Justin Zeitner, Bill Layton, Tad Pospischel, all of those West guys. I mean, Kyle Burke, for God's sakes. I mean, he knows this track like the back of his hand. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys are really tough to beat over here, but it's good to see some different blood coming in here and racing with you guys, with the West Series guys. I'm very partial to the West Series guys. I think the West Series guys are some of the most talented drivers in the country. I don't care if you're racing an Open or a Spec or whatever. When we used to have Silver Dollar at I-80, you guys would do a really good job of compete with those guys. And, I mean, I just think the West Series guys are some of the best late model drivers in the country when you don't think of full open motor racing. And I'm sure you probably think the same thing, where there's a lot of talent in this series.
There's a lot on the East too. Believe me,
right.
This year it got tougher. These younger guys, and I call them younger because I'm 34 now, but
You're not that young, or you're not that.
I'm not
old
that
yet.
old, but man, I tell you what, it's like. I mean, what Dylan did last year and this year, and what Murdy's doing this year, it's like they figured out so quick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my cousin Jacob, everybody, they're just figuring it out so much easier than I felt like I did. It took me forever, and I don't know, man. That E Series is awfully tough, but you know that's a statement, man. The Malvern Bank Series is tough, and people just need to recognize it. It's a tough series, and our guys can go race with them guys when we want. We're not Lucas Oil and World of Outlaws, okay? We don't do it every day, but if they want to come here and race, we're going to put up a little bit of a fight. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And I mean, when you think of this series as well, too, you think of all those other series that are raced throughout the country. You know, you got the Rush late models in the Northeast, and you got, you know, Hunt the Front down in the Southeast and things like that. Like, yeah, they run full open motor packages, but this series here has been running now for I mean, how many years? I don't know how many years Joe's had this going, but I feel like most of you guys, if you had the opportunity to move up into an open stuff, I feel like most of these guys in the pit area would compete very, very well in the national stage.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Seen it. Like I said, we've seen it. I mean, Dylan Thornton just ran the Dream and won a heat race or something, I think, didn't he? So
yeah, something like that.
Murdy will win one next year, I promise
yeah.
to you. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, Tad's been there. Bills went there. We went to Arizona and raced. Burke's won at Volusia.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Kyle Burke's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's
now,
a Hall
so.
of Famer. We keep forgetting about him, you know, but it's we got a lot of good guys. It's crazy.
One of our local historians has texted me and reminded me that Chad Simpson won an MLRA race here.
Yeah, he did. Chad's raced here a time or two with his brother Chris.
I think he led the World of the Dream for a half a year at one time. I mean, we're talking that is one of the very best races we've ever seen here. So.
Oh yeah,
and you
absolutely.
know he'll figure it out. That's for
Yep.
sure. So yeah, so that just tells you the competition we have, because the one you won here, that was a great race to watch. You got out there, but I tell you what, they were after you.
Dallin was catching you.
Dallin and Jesse were both there hammering each other, but I don't know if they may have caught you, but I don't know if they had anything for you or not.
Yeah, I don't.
You were locked.
Clean air's huge here. We know that. If you can remember back in June, take me back through like the last 10 laps. Were you just in the zone, or did you start to get a little nervous?
So when I got past Burke, I remember go, and I mean I drove, and I mean I got a big lead. And then after that, I started lapping them cars. And every time I got to lap cars in the past, that's when I'd screw up my timing going in and I'd drive off the track. And so I just said, you know what? Take it easy. Don't drive off this racetrack. It is so easy to do. It sounds like I'm, but it's so easy to do. And I just calm. And my guy was showing me the sticks, and he was getting closer and closer. And I thought, you know what? If I needed to push it, I felt like I could to keep ahead of him. But I mean, I don't know what a yellow would have done. My tire was shot after the race. It was blistered completely. I did not know that until we were done. But I don't know, man. That was there's not many times where I could say, like, I was the best car and the best everything. That night, man, we were the best all night long.
All night long.
It felt awesome, man. And we were just so much better than everybody, and I just couldn't believe it.
I thought so, too. And then, you talk about you've gone off, or you think of last night. Dallin Murdy passes for the lead, and he goes off. Comes back, passes the lead, goes off the track, and it's like.
It's very easy to do.
It's like, and that thing was high banked up.
This track.
Jeez. It happens. It's just.
Andrew, you'll probably agree with me. This track is just different, where it's like, see, in Marshalltown, it's so high banked that it's a lot harder to go off the racetrack. But here, it's just like a magnet, and it just like sucks you.
I think you're carrying so much speed down these straightaways. When you're in the car, you don't feel it, okay? But then when you go to step on the brakes, it's like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you go past that, I mean, I have a point in each corner that I know where I'm going to start letting up. I'm not going to say it, but I know where it is. And some guys don't ever let off, but I have to. And if you miss that point, or if somebody slows you down the corner before and you're not feeling like you're carrying that speed and you hit that spot too slow even, it's going to take you right off that track. And, I mean, it's I think Bill did it like 3 times last time we were here. You know what I mean? And he won the time before, so it's crazy.
Bill Layton's got a lot of wins here, and I mean, this track is it's very fast, but it's very technical at the same time.
Very aero dependent.
Yes.
When they built these race cars, they put too much aero into them, okay? And you don't really – I can't really feel it everywhere I go. This track here, you can feel it 100%.
Yep.
You can feel the aero here like crazy.
It's more like it's late models are getting more and more like sprint cars every day with the aero. It's crazy. And we talked to a sprint car guy last weekend here, and he says the same thing. He's like, it's like the aero has gotten a little bit out of control, especially in the late model class. You know, back in the day, aero wasn't as big of a deal, but and I feel like that's why there's this huge stereotype out there. It's like, oh, big racetracks, you know, it's just so hard. I'm like, well, the technology has kind of made it that way, you know. Unfortunately, it has.
It has, and that's just what.
Just the nature of the beast, really.
I'm on board with a lot of other people saying this place needs to be shorter, okay? And I will be honest about that. It needs to be shortened up. I think it would be better for all of racing. But again, the aero that did hurt it, okay? And just everything. Look at the stock cars. Look at everything. Look at the modifieds. Everybody's aeroing up differently. So, these tracks being bigger, it's tough. You got to have a ton of damn water on it for it to be any good with our racing, but it's still tough and clean air on a track like this.
When did deck height become such a big issue
as
it is now? You know what I mean? Seriously, back when I was growing up with this
nobody
stuff,
even knew what droop was back in the day.
I mean, really. I mean, now it's a huge issue.
Yep.
It's just,
we got our decks and our noses and everything. I mean, it is so technical with that aero. I mean, you just kind of barely turn in front of someone, man. And when you're carrying a lot of speed and it picks the nose up, when you pick that nose up off the ground, it just shoves you to the right. It's crazy. Besides Ricky Thornton, whatever he does with his race car, because his nose is always off the ground. I don't know how he races, but he's good. But when you see somebody's nose pick up in the air and they start shoving, it's air. I promise to you.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and this is one of the fastest tracks in the country. Anywhere, I mean, people that know this place know that this is probably in the top 10 probably fastest tracks in the country when it comes to late model racing. And I've heard stories from I know a guy that works for Garrett Alberson now. He's from Creston. Of the things they do to their cars, you know, to block air and things like that. You know, they're covering up holes and they're using certain types of material now. Just that little tiny bit makes a huge difference.
There was an article a year or two ago Bloomquist did, I think with XR or something, and he talked about how he taped all the holes up and did all that. That was real interesting to me. Now, he said he gained like a second. I don't know if I believe him or not, but you know what? He probably ain't wrong.
Yeah.
He did it before anybody else did at Eldora, so probably before aero was that big of a thing. He said he taped everything up, and he said it was crazy how much faster he was. And
second significant.
It's nuts.
The thing that I think of with aero and the way the cars are built and the way you got to set up these cars now is there several years Jonathan Davenport had a car strictly for Eldora, and that was it.
Yep, still does.
Yeah, and that car won the $1 million race. That car is not very good at other racetracks, but it is built specifically for Eldora. That tells you right there how big aero is. I mean, that car is down to every minute detail. It's perfect for that style of racetrack.
Yep.
And you guys don't have that luxury to have, you know, 4 and 5 different race cars to use. I mean, you guys are just going track to track trying to figure it out. And sometimes you stumble on something that's really good. And you know, 2 months ago, you just stumbled on something that was amazing. And I told your sister up in the booth, I said, I've watched Andrew at a lot of racetracks, and I still think to this day that I-80 and here are his best 2 racetracks. Yeah. He's very, very good here. He always has been. And I think a lot of it has to do with just how comfortable you are here.
Yeah.
You just know where to go. You know, you already said it. You know exactly where to get on the gas. You know what's going to happen if you know what it feels like to get your air taken off of you. You know, a lot of guys that don't race here, they have no clue, you know.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I mean, I-80 was the most comfortable place for me. I mean, there's some places I go to I'm really good, you know, but yeah, here in I-80 it's just like you can really take a car that you struggle with and try to make it better, you know what I mean? And tonight I'm going to have a test. It'd be nice to just come right out of the box and be quick time like we was last time, but we're just trying to figure out what's going on, you know what I mean? We've been really struggling, so my confidence is up because I'm here, but my confidence is down because I've been struggling. So we're going to see right away if we're going to be fast or not tonight.
Yeah, it's obviously you got what am I going to say? I hope you guys always write down stats or whatever, or your setups. But, I mean, obviously you got something to go back to from the last time you were
it's
here.
It's here. Yeah. It's set 100% the last time we were here.
I'm like, well, that'd be a duh.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but seriously, yeah. It's,
why fix something that ain't broke?
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you got a great game plan to go back to and say, okay.
What's frustrating, too, is, you know, it's like yeah, your setups could be there, but it could be a motor issue. It could be rear end. It could be something bent that you can't find. You know, it's crazy how that works. You know,
this game has turned into like quarter inches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not moving a 4-bar.
That's the technology for you.
It's crazy, man. It's a couple turns here or there and a Packard here or there, and it could really change your game or not. And I think that's something that works here differently. You have to change your car here just like Knoxville.
Yeah.
And you just have to do things totally different than you can go anywhere else. And I think that might be why we do a little bit better here. But, you know, man, I don't really know.
What's your plans for the rest of the year? Obviously finish out the series.
Yeah, I think we got tonight and then 7 more to go. I don't think we're going to do anything else really crazy. You know, we have a couple weeks off after Deer Creek. We probably need a break, but I think we got 2 or 3 weeks off till Knoxville, so we might find something in between if I'm hungry enough and everybody that's with me is hungry enough. But if not, it's been a long season for us. We've had a really besides, I mean, we had a win. It's hard to be mad about having a win in a season, but man, we haven't done it. We've not had a good year.
I talk to your dad a lot, you know, and we have to go over things about all. But that's the thing. You know, when you won here, I talked to him a lot that night. He goes, yeah, he says it's just been a struggle for him. And I said, yeah, well, this is awesome to get you over that. Get you some positive thoughts.
Back to some place where you're comfortable.
Yeah, so, but that's the thing. And we've talked a lot about that type of situation. Like Steve was up there, and he came up and watched his son race too. But I think that's neat, and, you know, but do you guys have any desire in the winter to go south, or do you ever think about that?
Yeah, it's tougher now with me having a 2-year-old and she's 7 months old now. But we went to the Wild West Shootout back in 2017, and we just brought SLMR type motor. Okay,
right.
We thought the track's small, it's slick. We made 2 of the shows, but it probably wasn't the best thing to do. It's so hard, though. You almost have to, like, prepare for a whole new season and then come back home and prepare for another new season.
Yeah.
You wear a lot of stuff out, and it's like you don't really want to start the car leaving that place, wore out like that. But, man, I'd like to, but it's just so tough.
Yeah. You know, like you said, it's family, and it's also business related. I'm sure. I'm sure eventually things are going to be changing in your business too. I mean,
that's too. It's a little over 2 weeks you take off. So I mean, it's that one's
big.
tough. Florida. I mean, we always usually go. My dad goes there, and we go down there usually to like hang out with them. We didn't go last year, but I don't think I'd ever bring a car down there.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to, but I'm probably never going to.
Yeah,
it's very hard to pull that far.
And it's tough to do all that stuff. You got to be fully committed, like them guys are, to go do that. So.
Yeah. Absolutely.
One thing I thought of too, kind of going back to what you were talking about with the technology too, is like I feel like that's kind of why the national scene has struggled a little bit to get different winners on these tours, because there's like 1, 2, 3, or those 4 guys or whatever that are just leaps and bounds better than everybody else. Yeah, obviously they're talented, but at the same time, they just got their stuff figured out, you know. I mean, I'm thinking of guys like Bobby Pierce, Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, those types of guys that win, like, I feel like they're winning like 3-4 nights a week sometimes, you know.
I think, and they definitely have it figured out. They have a crew chief, the driver understands it, but I think we're talking the best drivers too. I still believe the driver means a lot. You could put a different driver in something different. I mean, what Bobby Pierce does in a race car is out of this world. You know what I mean? He could jump in probably anything and win. And Ricky does the same thing, and Jonathan Davenport's good too. I mean, them guys are the best. So, but the technology though, they know what to do everywhere they go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. They could come here and it don't take but
their margin for error is a lot bigger than some of these guys.
Yes, they'll come here and have it figured out in no time. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep. So, It's good to talk stuff like that with you, because it's good to have people like you on the show get a little bit different perspective on some of these people, because a lot of these people, and I'm not calling you old dad, but you kind of are, but a lot of these old timers,
they don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't understand the technology that goes into racing nowadays. They still live back in 1980 because they saw it, and they saw how everything was even. And why do you think hobby stock racing is so great nowadays? Because everybody is the exact same. There's nothing you can do to them. These late models nowadays, man, you just talked about it. It's a quarter turn, man, and you are out to lunch if you're not with it, you know? That's the sucky part about racing nowadays, you know? I should have probably got more into the shock, learning how to rebuild them and doing that kind of stuff. Yep. And I never did. That probably hurt me. But there's just so much stuff you could really go learn. And
And every single year, I feel like I learn more stuff, but then also I feel like it hurts you too because you learn more stuff. So you try it, and then all of a sudden you suck, and then
and you're like, man, I shouldn't have done that.
No, and then you go back to what you know, and
But
yeah, no, this game is so different, and that's why my dad don't really tell me like what to do to the car because he doesn't have a clue. It's so crazy what it is today. We're not doing the same stuff we did to his car. I promise you that.
No.
And I mean, Chris Speaker could tell you plain as day. I mean, that guy was the king here.
Yep.
And I mean, is he struggling because he don't race enough? Yes, but also the game has changed.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
I talked to Paul Glendenning last night, and Paul goes, man. He says, if I would have done this 30 years ago, there's no way I'd been racing this long.
Yeah.
Because it is hard.
Because he pulled out his black diamond last night. It's like
he's like, I ain't gonna be very good tonight, but we're just gonna race. So, but he's got the Longhorn here tonight. But speaking of chassis too, it's like back in the day, you could run different stuff and be competitive. I feel like there's like 2 or 3 chassis, and if you're not racing that chassis,
it kind of seems that way.
I mean, if you're not on a Rocket, a Longhorn, those are the 2 main ones, obviously, especially on the national stage. I mean, if you're not in a Longhorn or a Rocket, you're not.
They got the engineers and they got the drivers.
Yep.
So they got the feedback.
Yep.
Everybody else don't. I mean, Capital's still pretty damn good, and there's a few other ones that are good, but those 2 are, if you're not in them, that's why it's so hard. I mean, I'm struggling this year, and I'm in a Longhorn, and it's like I want to do something different. I don't even know where to think to go. You know what I mean? Where do you go? Take a chance. I don't have time to take a chance. We don't race enough. I'm not smart enough. I got to be fast right away, but it's so tough to figure it out.
So you were talking about, you can't go to your dad, obviously, but where do you get feedback from? Other drivers, or do you go to the chassis builder? What do you usually do?
I work with a guy in Ohio. His name's Keith Berner. He's really all I work with. You don't get good information from just regional guys, okay? I mean, Vinny helps a lot of these guys all over the country. Right. I don't work with Vinny. I'm not going to do it. Not because I don't like him. I'm just not. I work with Keith, and it's that's the hardest part, man. You try to get somebody to help you out, and they don't want to tell you everything. They tell you a little bit. Well, then that kind of puts you in a damn hole. It's like, come on now, just give me it all. And that's what we worked for. You know what I mean? And you could pay them what you want. They're still not going to give it all to you. And but also they're not driving the car, and they're not on our tires, and they're not on our dirt. So they also don't want to tell you stuff because it might not work here.
Right.
So, but like I said, they come here. And they walk around, and they could see the track, and they figure it out so fast. To where I need a 3-day show to figure it out. They figure it out in qualifying.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
And you talk about the youngsters that are coming up from the East Series. That's that talent that we talk about. Like you said, like Dylan Thornton and Dallin Murray, they pick it up so quick, and they can figure it out. And it's just like it's like a relationship between the driver and crew chief, and it's like everything's just got to be in sync. And if you're off by a little bit, it's just hard to, be successful.
And a lot of us here in our series, we don't have crew chiefs. A few of them do. I think both them boys do. And I mean, my crew is my father-in-law who's 72 years old, so he don't know setup stuff. But he knows engines, okay? And so my engines are usually always running good. Right now, he didn't build this one, so we've been struggling a little. And then I got an 18-year-old girl, and she don't know setup stuff either, but she's consistent, and she listens, and we do everything right. So, I mean, we're not falling out of races because we got a bad crew or nothing.
Right.
We're just I'm kind of the setup guy, and I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time with it because it's tough to do. And but also, you don't want to just rely on somebody that says, well, I can set your car up. You know what I mean? I can do it for you. We're going to move this and
Everybody
move this
has
and move
a different
this.
driving style.
You know what I mean? We're not going to move this. We're not going to move that. We're not going to do this. So it's tough.
Then you get even more pissed off because it's like he wants you to, or so-and-so wants you to try something, and you go out there and you're just like, this thing's a piece of crap. So it's just a revolving circle, and a lot of race fans don't understand what goes into racing, and I try to tell people all the time, it's just, they're just turn left. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this, and even on your guys' level of a touring series where you guys don't do this full time, it just goes to show how much work it takes to get up and down the road, man. It's crazy.
It wears you out.
Yeah.
Corey Dumpert was parked next to me yesterday. Now, he's a 6-time in a row national championship IBCA, okay? Now, he didn't have the correct motor race with us. That's why he didn't make show last night. But he's like, dude, I just drove like 5 hours to get here. He didn't wash the car from the night before. He didn't work on it from the week before. And he was just so far behind.
Yeah.
And it's like he wants to do SLMR next year, and he's like, well, I'm going to have to figure this out. Like, this is a hell of a lot tougher than I thought. And I've seen so many people race with us, and just the travel has killed them. And just trying to prepare. You raced 3 days last week. Boys, you need to turn around in 4 days, and we got to travel 5 hours to the east now.
Right.
And it's, I mean, this weekend, we had 3 last week. We got 2 duels this week, and then we got 3 next week coming up.
And
So
those aren't
it's,
close either.
No, those aren't close, and those are, again, duels. And
well, that's what I like about here is that, you know, back in the day, we had a lot of guys come from Omaha to race weekly with us. I mean, it wasn't an issue, really. I mean, now you got gas expense and everything, but that's what I like about our fans that you'll see tonight. I mean, they come out of the woodwork in the series. So
the Omaha people, I know a lot of them come here for the SLMR show, and this place is usually pretty full. It reminds you of the old days of Corning, don't it?
Correct.
Yep.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. Last time we were here, it was – I feel like last year it was more full than last race, but I think it might have been hot or something,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was.
Weather has a lot to do with it.
That's what I
Today,
said.
though, if everybody in here today, man, they're nuts because this is 75 and
That's what I said.
beautiful
This is
and
perfect weather.
dual late models.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yep. I've had people call and text, and I said, man, this is perfect weather. But that's the thing. You know, I talked to Jay, and Jay says this crowd's always good, and I tell your dad the same thing. Yeah, I mean, our fan base loves this series, so we think it's just a perfect fit for us.
Yep.
So,
We love it.
We are a late model rich history track. You know that, Andrew. There's a lot of history down here. A lot of people that have raced down here. I mean, all of your families in the Hall of Fame down here, and it's one of those deals where we saw my favorite racetrack close down several years ago, and that was heartbreaking for me. But it was a hard decision, and you know just as well as I do that it was a lot of work for your family. I know there's a lot of people that miss it every day. I drove past it. Every time I look over there, it's just I get like a feeling in my stomach. It makes me so sick. It's like, God.
it happens.
But,
it happens.
But
I remember Sunset well,
it's
too,
good
so.
to still have places here to come to that you're familiar with. And you know, we just don't want to see this stuff die because when you lose a racetrack, man, it hurts everybody.
Oh, I mean, my wife talked about it all the time. I went to a local racetrack my whole life.
Yep.
My daughters are never going to get that.
Correct.
And I just can't believe it.
Yep.
It's driving me nuts to
That's
not be able to take them to a regular racetrack
there isn't
every
one
week.
anymore. You're right. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to run a crate late model every week at Harlan, and
No.
they don't have late models here. It just, and I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can, but it's just it's heartbreaking that you know we don't have ID anymore. And the first year it was like whatever, you know, and I mean I'll get over it. It gets tougher every
No,
year.
you can't get
I'm
over
dying,
it.
man.
It does.
It's tough.
Well,
I'm dying just
I'm
as
an old
much as you are,
nostalgic
dude.
guy, and it's like
I was there religiously.
Like I always say, we'll never have the good old days. That's just the
Nope.
way, that's just the way the world is. So
No,
it's like,
Sunset was. I remember as a kid going to Sunset, man. That was I couldn't wait for
Absolutely.
Sundays to go.
Absolutely. So
Well, before we
tell
get you out of here, Andrew, thanks some people that get you here, sponsors, anything you want to give, anybody you want to give a shout out
Absolutely,
to.
absolutely. I mean, when I lost certified a couple years ago, Al Belt stepped up right away. He was like, you know, I've helped your family forever. I'm going to help you. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate that he helps everybody. He helped Donald.
I heard,
McIntosh
I heard
this
he's,
year.
I heard he's
I mean,
sponsoring a guy
it's-
from Georgia. So
it's just that's the kind of people we need. And Zimbrota Drivetrain, they're up in 45 minutes from Deer Creek.
oh boy.
So they want to set up a little deal, and I said,
Yeah.
boy, we better get our stuff together before we get up there because I'd like to run good for them. Eric McKee, that's Connor's fight on the quarter panel. That little boy has a little disease, and it's his best friend's son. So Eric gives me some stuff. We'll Smoke Your Barbecue. Mike Klein with Lyles, my buddy Xander. Obviously my family. You know, A1 Crash Cars, Kaziski Auto Parts. My wife for just letting me do this. It's so much harder with them kids. I mean, her taking care of them kids is it's tough, and for her to let us do that. But I miss them all the time, so it's real tough. And Bill and Ava in the pits. I mean, they're going up and down the road to me. Tanner came last time we were here. He's going to go next week. He can't come tonight, but it's this year has been crazy, man. I mean, it's a 72-year-old guy, an 18-year-old girl. We are like the misfits. But you know what? I think we kind of have fun with each other. One knows a lot. One don't know nothing, but we're all learning from each other.
you wouldn't be doing this if you weren't having some fun.
We're all learning from each other, and we're just It's been a nice little 3-pack, and man, I hope we could do something good tonight because it's it's just been a lot of work lately.
Well, we wish you luck tonight, Andrew. You're back at one of your home racetracks, so wish you luck. Hopefully you got a good qualifying. Start out with a good qualifying. That's the most important.
Means a lot.
And then pass some cars in your heat race. So we'll get you back to your trailer, get some good work going. We wish you luck the rest of the year, and we'll see you back here in October.
Thank you guys. Hey, bring them steak sandwiches back.
They'll be back. They'll be
back in October.
They will be back.
All right.
All right, that's the driver of the 53 car out of Nebraska, Andrew Kaziski. We're going to take another quick break, come back with another driver here, and you are listening to Pitside Live.
What if we could harness the power of the sun by using the earth to transform the way we use energy? Water furnace geothermal systems are simply the most efficient way to keep your family comfortable. Winter or summer, day or night, rain or shine, without burning fossil fuels. Giving you the freedom to focus on life.
Call Camlin Mechanical or visit camlinmechanical.com for your water furnace needs today.
Are you interested in starting a career instead of just getting another job? Well, hop on over to Fresco System USA and let us help you find the one for you. We offer competitive wages, benefits starting day one, and so much more. You can pick up an application at 2026 Fernwood Avenue, find us on Indeed, Better Team, and Facebook, or call 712-623-8100, extension 6659. Spring into action and join the Fresco team today.
No matter what your insulation needs are, Heartland Foam Insulators is your go-to company. From removal to blow-in to foam, they are ready to go to work for you in any type of building, whether it be an existing house, new construction, a metal building, commercial building, or a unique project. Call Heartland Foam Insulators today at 712-623-4515 or heartlandfoam.com.
Welcome back, race fans, to Pitside Live here at Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. We're going to get to the hobby stock portion of the show here. We're going to go over some results from last Saturday night's hobby stock feature. And then I'll give you a quick update on the point standings as we enter into the last 4 nights of the season. So Cole's going to get some results pulled up from last Saturday night's feature.
Oh, boy.
And then we're going to get some points updated here. And then we're going to talk to our guest for a few minutes here before he's got to get to working on the race car.
Probably should have let me grab the points here, but I will. There they are. All right, so last week, your top 10, finishing 10th was Heath Anderson out of Trainer. 9th was Bennett Johnson out of Red Oak, going up 6 spots. David Weeda finished 8th. 7th was Tom Myers. 6th, Jim Toll. Cody Warner went up 3 spots to finish 5th. Kenton Walston was your big mover of the race out of Bedford. He finished 4th after going up 8 spots. Adam Hensel went up 7 spots to 3rd. Tyler Gray up 5 to 2nd. And your winner out of Essex, Iowa, going up 1 spot was Anthony Davis.
Top 5 on your point standings currently. 5th place is the 7 machine of Tom Myers with 836 total points. 4th place is the 21 car of Cody Warner with 842. 3rd is last week's feature winner Anthony Davis with 868. 2nd is Tyler Gray with 892. He is 6 points back of your point leader out of Reading, the 22 of Jim Toll. We got Anthony Davis here out of Shenandoah, Iowa. He is a newly engaged man, race fans, and he picked up his first feature win of the year last Saturday night. And it just seemed like it was about 17,000 weeks overdue, didn't it?
Yeah, it's been a rough year. Very frustrating with some things that were in our control, things that I did wrong on the car, or things that were outside of our control. Getting black flagged for a bumper cover, getting a tire popped on a restart. It's just been frustrating.
Sounds like bad luck racing to me.
Yeah, terrible luck. Yeah.
So last year you came down, and I had no idea who you were. And my dad mentioned something about, his dad raced here a long time.
Yep.
And I heard something about your backstory where you were in the military and you've lived in Alaska.
Yep.
And you've kind of been all over the place. And
yeah.
you drove that all white car, and we're just looking. It's just like, this kid kind of knows how to drive.
Yeah.
And then you ended up picking several wins up last year.
Yep.
And you kind of just fell in love with it, didn't you?
Yeah. So I grew up at this track. My dad, he raced an A-mod, and so I was always ingrained with racing as I was growing up. And I raced karts for a long time and had a lot of luck and had a lot of good mentorship from him, and guys that he raced with. So it helped me just kind of fall into it. In terms of the driving, I think I'm a better driver than my dad was, but that's he'll argue that.
Then he got into your car and he was like, "Dude, I can't do this anymore."
That's exactly what he said after the heat race. He's like, "I cannot get back in this car." He's like, "I can't do it."
Well, you kind of answered my question there. I was going to ask if you had prior racing experience.
Yeah.
I mean, karts it's a tough transition, but we have seen people come. I mean, that Caleb Woodard is a good example.
Yep.
He just came out of karts and I think micros as well. And
yeah.
But that was my question. But yeah, you answered.
A lot of guys are coming out of outlaw mini mods now.
Yeah.
And my grandpa on my mom's side raced too. My dad raced, and my sister and I raced when we grew up. So it was kind of in our blood. We've always been around it. So it doesn't transition well. Karts feel entirely different, but it's just the driving portion, being around people. Is a big piece.
Getting used to being in the seat, getting used to the heat,
right.
getting used to, what to do, things like that. But
Well, and I mean, when you're around this stuff long enough too, I mean, watching your dad race, you're going to kind of know some lines you can take. I mean, it doesn't translate all the time.
No.
But once you learn how to do it, I mean, we're probably going to see a lot of second-generation drivers, third-generation drivers come down here.
We just talked to one 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and is going to pick up the pace very quick.
Yeah.
So.
And I used to race karts against Josh Most and Allison Davidson way back in the day. So that's really cool seeing him here,
Tell me how awesome hobby stock racing is down here.
So when we were looking at buying a car, we looked at A-mods, B-mods, stock cars, and hobbies. And we would come here every Saturday, and every Saturday the best races were the hobby stocks.
Say it every week.
And that's not just here. That's almost every track because they're so even. They're so equal.
Yep.
There's not much you can do to them. And, in terms of the rules, there's no secret adjustments. There's no secrets to them.
Unless you're cheating.
Right, which is entirely possible. But, between every car, they're all so even.
Yep.
It makes the best racing. Everyone's door to door, and especially here, we're 3 wide, and no one's touching each other.
Why do you think racing was so popular back in the 90s and early 2000s? Because there was nothing to it.
Right, exactly.
We just talked to Andrew Koziski about it 10 minutes ago, how technology in these cars have gotten so out of hand, and it's done nothing but hurt racing, in my opinion.
And hobby stocks, there is no technology.
No.
It's none at all. You can maybe move the fuel cell, change a shock, change a spring, maybe do an offset on a tire, and that's it.
Shocks, springs, and tire pressure.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's what I learned when I was helping Tanner Dixon there several years ago. It's like, well, what are we supposed to do this thing? Well, it's tire pressure, shocks, and springs, and that's pretty much it.
That's it. And the techs here do such a good job. I mean, they have us tearing apart stuff every week. I mean, it's something different every week. And they've caught a few guys this year.
Integrity's big when it comes to tech.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yep.
And
there are some racetracks that there's not a lot of integrity, and they kind of just let people run what they brung. And unfortunately, that's good for people that don't want to that know they're cheating.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like there's no integrity.
Yeah, you're not getting away with stuff here. That's for sure.
So, and I'm glad to hear that because for several years down here, before I got on the fair board, it was not like that. There was not a lot of tech going on around here.
Those techs are serious, man. They do a good job.
Yep. Logan found some good guys. So
yeah, I mean, I can speak from experience with the team I help. So
the post that I saw today, Hunter posted his post. That was so funny with the DQ, Dairy Queen. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was one of those unfortunate deals. About, just they pick something to tech, and then, unfortunately, it just. They got found. I mean, we're glad it got found because now we're not right.
It would have been real bad if Hunter would have made the show at Super Nationals and they found it, and that would have probably been a heavy fine or something.
So they're kind of doing you a service here.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
Tracks.
Well, before we get you out of here, Anthony, I know we got to make this quick, but plans for the rest of the season. Obviously, you said you're going to finish the year down here. You're going to race all the specials down here.
Yep.
Is there any other places? I know you said probably Tiny Lund. You're probably going to want to hit up.
Yep.
Anywhere else that you're wanting to race?
No, I think that's it. We have a lot of things going on. My fiance and I, we just got engaged, so we're looking for a house right now. We're trying to get moved. That's a pretty big expense. So you got to weigh your what's the priorities here. And
racing sometimes takes a back seat.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately,
and it's okay. It's probably good for me.
It's adulting,
Yeah.
But you're gonna realize real quick that when you have the addiction inside of you, like myself, it's like, dude, like, this is so boring. Like, I got to be at a racetrack.
I know, and she's starting to understand that too. So it's coming around.
Like we tell people all the time, it's like, what do people do on Saturday nights in the summertime?
Yeah.
Like people that go to the lake every weekend, like that is just so boring.
Yeah, I once a month maybe, but I got to be here.
Like I can't just. There's no adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like it's just let's just sit and have a beer.
You're hanging with the wrong people if there's no adrenaline at the lake. Let my dad pull the boat. But I agree. That's like a once a month thing.
Right.
Every week. Yeah, I'd get a little more.
Yeah, it's awesome. In the community with fiance Kelly, she lets me do this, and she lets me do this, and she's starting to fall in love with it. I got to thank my dad, Kevin Davis. He's helped me out financially with knowledge, set up on the car. My crew chief, Kevin Stake, he's every time I go out before a feature, he finds something I've done wrong on the car, so I got to say thank you to him. My crew guy, Alec, he kind of just started tagging along, but he's my shop help now, which makes a huge difference. And then my sponsor this year was Shenandoah Sanitation. They were my only sponsor this year, so thank you to those guys. If you guys live in Shenandoah,
hit up Anthony Davis for some sponsorships.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Yeah. And then I do have to say thank you to a few guys down in the pits: Tom Myers, Dave Weeda, and Matt O'Dowd, and Derek Myers.
Those are good people to park next to.
And
Dave Weeda,
dude, he's helped everybody. He's got so many parts in his trailer. If someone has something wrong,
well, he's only been racing for like 40,000 years. So
Dave is the man.
He's been racing since the dinosaurs.
Yeah. But it was so cool last year when I started. I was lined up next to him, like, holy crap! Like, I'm lined up to this guy. Like, this dude's a legend.
I watched this guy when I was a little kid.
Yeah. And then Ricky Barton and his crew, man, those guys help me out every week with something. Every week.
Yeah, Rick Barton's a good guy.
Great dude. And I'm so lucky to be parked next to him because if I need something, he's got me. So
absolutely.
Yep.
All right, driver of the 5D, Anthony Davis, Shenandoah, Iowa. Going for tonight. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pass some cars tonight.
I know, it's going to be tough.
So, but hobby stocks, race fans don't disappoint down here. If the hobby stocks are out for the late models and you decide to leave, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's good racing.
It's Talladega, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Crazy. So we're going to take another quick break. We're going to come back with you on Pit Side Live. Anthony, thanks for joining us.
Guys.
All right, we're going to have to relog in here. So we are still live. We are still live here on the podcast. We're going to have to relog in here, but Brad is going to get in here in a second. And we just got done talking to Anthony Davis, so give us about 2 seconds here as we're going to do a quick relog in. I should do a little station identification since we're doing that as well. We are at the top of the hour. You're listening to KCSI 95.3 out of Red Oak, KOA K1080 AM out of Villisca. We're here on the YouTube channel, and we're on Facebook Live for the first time tonight.
Yeah, that's what Bob was telling me on the way in.
Yeah, so we're going to start doing that now. This is we got two cameras here.
Two cameras, all right.
That's our camera for our stream, so Bob's going to hopefully get that going here. So looks like we're going to be re-signed in here in just 1 second, and we're going to join you back here in just a few moments here on Pitside Live.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything.
All right, welcome back, race fans, to Pitside Live at Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. Quick little pit stop there. Big thanks to all our sponsors, man, that allow us to do this every Saturday night. Red Oak, Iowa's got a lot of good businesses that support KCSI Radio. We got one of their people that live in town. So right here, well, I don't know if you live in town, but
about 12 miles away.
12 miles. Well, you got a Red Oak address, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So really quick, I'm gonna run through some of these sponsors here: Subway, Red Oak, Shenandoah, Glenwood, Clarinda, State Farm Insurance, Dave Carbaugh, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Jake Gillespie, SNS Appliance, Malvern Bank, Aiken Building Centers, Shore Motor Company, Campbell Mechanical, Best Finish Auto Center, Russell Electric, Main Scoop here in Corning, Damewood Auto Cells here in Corning, Brower Home Improvement, Heartland Foam Insulators. If you mention them, please mention that you heard about them on Pitside Live. Thank you, all of you guys, sponsors. So, quickly, update on the point standings for your Poet Bauer Finding A Modifieds. Jeff James is in 5th. Jeff Wiggins is in 4th. 3rd is Jesse Dennis. 2nd is Josh Cooper. And 1st is Josh Most. We have a tie at the point lead, race fans. I did mention points a little bit earlier. But results from last Saturday night's Modifieds, and then we're going to talk to the winner.
Yeah, coming in 10th was Tyler Fudge out of Corning, Iowa. Dylan Carlisle out of Shannon City went up 1 spot to finish 9th. Craig Garner out of Clarinda went up 5 spots to finish 8th. 7th was Colton Garside going up 4 spots. Jeff Wiggins finished 6th, and in your top 5, Josh Cooper finished up 5th, going 2 spots. Jeff James, neutral here, started 4th, finished 4th. Josh Most went up 5 spots to finish 3rd. Jesse Dennis up 4 spots to finish 2nd, and your winner out of Red Oak went up 2 spots to get his first win of the year, Brad Bergeron.
Dog the Bounty Hunter, Brad Bergeron, what's up?
Yeah, it's been a little while. 1 year hiatus. Lots changed in a couple of years, that's for sure.
So I think the daughters are back in their comfort zone here, back at the racetrack. I heard some grabbles last year about Dad's not racing this year, and I think they enjoy it more than you.
I think so, but you have the good nights like last week. It makes it all worth it
Yes,
for
it
a little
does.
short while again, at least.
I've never seen you that excited. You got out of the car, man, and you were pumped.
Well, you're really getting back into it like I didn't expect to do. You don't know if or when that next win's ever going to come and when it does. So,
especially when you're racing the modifieds,
It's not getting any easier, I can tell you that.
No.
When you take the dominance that Jesse Dennis has had here over the years, and it's been curbed this year.
Yep.
There's a new one in the
Yep.
with Most just absolutely kicking everybody's butt for 2 months. So, yeah.
We finally had to put a bounty on him, and I do have to ask you, is that the most money you've ever won in a modified in one race?
No, Tradition, 21 Tradition, I think, was a little more. But
Gotcha.
It's like I said last week, I'm not doing it for the money. It's the $2 plastic trophy. And, the bounty's appreciated. I am going to put that back into the Tradition purse for the
Awesome.
hobby stocks.
We appreciate that.
Those weekly guys going after it. Glad to be able to get it. Hobby Stocks put on a great show down here.
Oh, God. We just got done talking about it. It's like Talladega.
Used to race with Jeremy Ribby, and that's his memorial race. So I want to put that bounty money back to something meaningful
Awesome.
to me and that class.
That's very cool.
So it sounds like that you need to find a ride for Tradition.
Well, if they anybody that was thinking about that looks at the way I treat my own stuff, they might want to think twice. So.
It looks good right now. You got a new body on it, didn't you?
Well, missing the first month of the season with farming and everything else, I'm not racing for points, and would have had a lot more second place finishes to that number 1 car if I was racing for points instead of being an idiot, dumping off the end, throwing Hail Marys. But like I said, we're not in it for points, we're in it for wins. As long as it isn't tearing anybody else up in the meantime, what the hell.
Well, you've been putting in a lot of effort. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've watched you finish second before this win. I mean, it's not like you haven't had speed. I mentioned it as you were coming to the line. I mean, there were so many weeks that, the leader would just get out and you would reel him in, but it's just there's only so many laps in a race. I mean,
there was one week, if there was we were talking, I think there was 4 more laps, you would have got Josh.
Yeah, you got to keep your head. I heard a lot of complaints, about, it's just one guy dominating, More years than not, somebody gets on a run, whether it be Dennis has done it how many times in his
career.
How many times does
Jeff
Wiggins has been
How many times
on
does
him,
Speaker do it in late models,
Yeah.
I mean, it was years.
2021, I had people on me, clipped off 4 or 5.
Yep.
It's like, it's...
People don't like the same person winning all the time.
Right.
That's just how it is.
Josh set the bar at a new level.
Yep,
and,
he did.
When we started running some laps sub 22 seconds,
that's moving around here, dude.
It's shown what the class has done every year. There's so much traction built into these cars. One little mistake makes a big difference in the outcome of a race, and he doesn't make many.
Nope.
So to be able to run with him, compete with him, I mean it says a lot. And it's guys like him jumping into the class and continuing to raise that bar that make the rest of us better.
That's correct. I mean, you guys there's like probably 7 or 8 guys down here that are just so close, and you guys put in so much effort, and it's just crazy to me how fast you guys are now. It's just insane. I mean, the technology, this new motor package going on, I mean, it is just, I feel like it's ramped up a lot here just this year. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, from 2 years ago, the last time I raced, to what's changed in a race car is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and things we were trying on the car that we did before that we used to have success with didn't necessarily work. You know, it's not that you throw away all the years of experience. It's just, if you're not keeping up on technology, you're not keeping up, period. And the end result is it costs the same amount of money to suck as it does to win. So you better try to figure it out. That's for sure.
I haven't asked you this. Is this a new car for this year, or is it
Yes.
the same? Okay, I wondered that. And
This
it's
is a performer, right?
Yeah. When I said I was happily retired and done, I was done. Trailer's gone.
You can blame
everything's
them.
Out. Yeah. So
It's their fault, right?
yes, all of it, everything.
Well, I talked to Anthony Davis there just 10 minutes ago, and what do normal people do on a Saturday night?
I'm the wrong guy to ask because I'm far from normal. I'll promise you that.
What did you do on Saturday nights when you weren't racing?
This, you know, I mean,
He's still here.
Going back.
Helping 16A, probably.
Going back, I remember in high school, I knew I wanted to race. I'd helped Jerry Carlson in the pits for a few years and got to become good friends with Jeremy Swanson, Steve Churchill, some of the guys, you know, that
Those
ended
are all
up getting,
names, man.
getting into Scuba's hobby stock my senior year in high school, and the rest is history.
And you have an addiction, right? So do I.
Call it that.
It is an addiction. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, how much longer do you think you're going to do this?
That's a tough question. I couldn't tell you. There's obviously no plans to be here this year, and here we are. So.
Well, are the kids in sports in the summertime? Or?
Oh, yeah.
So that's super busy.
Still young enough yet, they don't know which ones they don't like, so we got to be in all of them. So.
Well, if they do like softball and they're good at it, that's gonna take some time out of the summer. So
Yep, this is their time, so we'll work around their schedule.
Well, school starts Monday.
I think everybody's ready for that.
Everybody's. Well, I teach, so getting back in the swing of things. Hopefully your kiddos got some free goodies here as they walked in.
Yes, they did.
So we got back to school night going on. Big thanks to Poet Bauer Finding for doing that. Title sponsor for our modifieds as well. So rest of the season, Brad, obviously going to race here. Is there any other places that you're going to take the car to?
Yeah, hopefully the talks are that Shelby County Speedway is going to add A-mods to Tiny Lund. It'd be nice to go up there and hit that. A few of the local specials. You know, there's not much around us anymore racing A-mods, so we're very fortunate to have Adams County
Weekly.
Speedway.
Yep, that's right.
Keeping us a premier class.
And unfortunately, we talked about it all year long. Unfortunately, modified racing, and it's not your guys' fault. It's just the technology and how expensive things are getting, man. It's just hard for these racetracks to race you guys weekly.
Yeah, and you see it string down, you know, every 3 or 4 years. You know, what was so competitive in the late models, now your local weekly racing, that's moved to A-mods. You know, we're seeing that shift, though. I mean, you look at some of the talent out there in the sport mods and guys that have been in there a long time. You can't just tell me you're just going to jump into a sport mod instead of an A-mod and go cherry pick something, because it ain't going to happen there either. You know, and talking about the hobby stocks and stock cars putting on a show, there's no free lunch anymore. You want to get in any one of these race cars and go win, you're going to earn it.
Yeah. Unless, I mean, the only entry-level stuff we have anymore, I mean, compacts are getting out of hand too, but, I mean, Crown Vics, that's about it.
I know. I think that's going to be fun to watch as that class grows coming up. Just knowing some of the guys that have bought cars that
full field of Crown Vics, dude. It's going to be like,
let's start with a half field.
Well, I know Tate Hafner put a deck in his, so it looks like a modified.
It's going to be fun to watch.
So I still think that we should do a celebrity Crown Vic race and get some of these guys like Brad in a Crown Vic just to race one time.
Yeah, and then we need to throw in some of our, favorite announcers, like the guy next to you over there, and some of them that we want to run into, like yourself, and put them in the middle of that field.
I would race one.
I got some of my buddies out there. I'll toss a door to them.
Well, we're thinking about doing some sort of mechanics race again for a pumpkin dash. So I don't know. I might find a ride. We'll see. So
what are you gonna find? I've got one.
Well, Jim Toll already offered up his hobby stock, so I want fenders, man.
Yeah.
I want fenders. I don't want to open wheel stuff because if I hit somebody, I'm going to junk it. So, before we get you off here, Brad, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anybody you want to thank or anything?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank my family, Brittany, Mackenzie, Kennedy, wife and kids. Like I said, they're the reason we're here, the reason I do it. A lot of great sponsors, crew help with Jared and Hayden and Kyle. Just, you know, it's getting back to about like we didn't miss a beat. So I got to thank all them for pushing me along.
You've had a lot of speed, man. I've been really impressed because I know that you took a year off and you know how hard it is to come back, but I know how much talent you have around here, and you just know this track like the back of your hand, and wish you luck again tonight. You're going to have to pass some cars, and we'll see where it takes you, right?
Yeah, we're ready. Like I said, wreckers or checkers, no points involved here. You'll see something shiny or stupid, I'll promise you that.
All right, we're going to take one last break. That was the driver of the 38 out of Red Oak, Iowa, Brad Bergen. We're going to come right back with you here on Pitside Live.
Furniture, appliances, mattress sets, lift chairs, bedding, recliners, and more. S&S Appliance, your hometown furniture store in Clarinda, just received a large shipment of appliances. They have a huge selection of stoves, refrigerators, chest freezers, and microwaves. And if you need a mattress set, they have them. Plus bamboo sheet sets. They offer full service from start to finish with competitive price guarantee. S&S Appliance also offers delivery and installation. Stop by S&S Appliance on the square in downtown Clarinda.
This is Josh with Shore Motor Company in Clarinda. We want to be your GM dealer. We have highly qualified and trained technicians ready to work on your vehicle. Anything from recalls to warranty work and beyond, we are your GM dealer. Our service department is open 6 days a week for all your service needs. We even have an express lane for those no-appointment quick oil changes. Visit our website at shoremotor.com to request an appointment or give Mike or Amanda a call at 712-542-6581. We are your GM dealer. Shore Motor Company, just south of the square in beautiful Clarinda.
Welcome back, race fans, to Pitside Live here at Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. We're coming down to the end of the show here. We got one final driver we're going to talk to here. Is the driver of the 70 car in the modifieds and stock cars, Jesse Dennis. I'm going to give you a quick update here on the point standings. Rick Barton right now is in 5th. Derek Myers in the 5 car is in 4th. 3rd is Steve Churchill. He's 42 points back. Brad Derry's in 2nd, 6 points back. Your point leader is Jesse Dennis with 1,050 points. Like I said, it's kind of a 3-horse race right now in your stock cars. Results from last Saturday night's feature in your stock car division. Cole's got that.
Yeah, your top 10 from last week, if my phone would load. We're having some... Okay, I guess I have no signal down here right now. There we go. All right, coming home 10th was Steve Churchill after some issues on the final lap. 9th was Marvin Hendrickson going up 3 spots. Tim Cooney finished up 8th, going up 1 spot. Tanner Dixon 7th. Rick Barton out of Riverton, Iowa in 6th. Derek Myers went up 3 spots to finish 5th. Jason Rold was your big mover, going up 9 spots. He finishes 4th. Kyle Britton stays neutral, starts 3rd, finishes 3rd. Brad Derry went up 3 spots to finish 2nd, and your winner went up 5 spots to get the win. It was Jesse Dennis out of Corning, Iowa.
Chubbs, you're a stock car driver. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's been a struggle this year in the modified. You know that. It's been good though to have the stock car just to keep you going, get some wins, things like that. Modified's been a lot better here the last month. I know that. I was very impressed with Stewart there the other night. You passed some cars and you were competing and it's just. Are you finally starting to get things kind of where you want it to be with this modified deal?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. We've been trying a lot of different stuff, and just the way you got to drive it. I think it's a completely different way you got to drive things now. So, been kind of going down that rabbit hole on that deal, and so it's been
changing driving style even.
Oh
that's
yeah,
hard.
it's just the way you drive it and how you got to set it up now. Where you used to be just straight line drive, and that's all you wanted, and now you got to be pretty free to do it. So
has the stock car helped you at all, or is it hindered you?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I don't feel like I drive that modified like I should. I think it might take a couple laps to get back into the rhythm of that. When I go places without the without the stock car, I do pretty decent without it. And I don't know if that just the way you drive down the corner instead of squaring the corner up like a modified you would, and where you kind of got to roll the corner, keep the stock car pretty straight. So I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. So.
Interesting to think of, really.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. You talk about guys that race, so many different forms. They talk about how it takes a few laps to get adjusted. I mean, yeah, you talk about it. The modifieds, just over the last few years, I mean, that's kind of been the topic of the show, is just how much has changed. So, I mean, I remember, that was what you were good at, was driving in straight, keeping it straight all the way around the top, and now you just see guys sending it into the next county to get them rotated.
I think it really helps when the track gets slowed down. The whole straight line drive deal, there's always a tack strip coming off the top, and especially here, a lot of tracks that ain't like that. So I've been a big guy about never shortening this place, but I think it's probably coming down to that time where the modifieds and the stock cars both, there's no way you can drive them on the bottom, it don't seem like, and make it competitive. I don't feel. So I don't know. Maybe somebody will come out and surprise me.
Yep, it's a topic of discussion, that's for dang sure, and it's getting more and more now where when you think about shortening it, is a lot of your loyalists, a lot of your people that are against it are starting to change opinions on it too, and a lot of our local guys, obviously like yourself and Jeff Wiggins and guys like that who have raced down here for a long, long time, they're even starting to change their opinions, because unfortunately it's just the technology and the way these race cars drive.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because you go a lot of places and you race with a lot of good people, and then sometimes you just get these guys that get tight and and they still pull you, and I just don't get it sometimes.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. I know it's frustrating.
You can drive into the corner 15 mile an hour faster than everybody, and I just we can't do that anymore. It's just
I know.
Hard on everything. It's just not good on everything. It's not good.
So you've been kind of moving around a lot, different racetracks, trying as much as you can, trying to get seat time. I commend you for that. Rest of the year, obviously, you're going to finish out here. Where else are you wanting to go?
I don't know. Just talking to some guy about that guy over there for Denison. I might try that. I might do the Tiny Lund. We'll see. I don't know for sure, really.
Yeah,
we'll just have to see.
Racing both cars this year, been very successful in the stock car again. Modified, I know you would rather be better in the modified than the stock car. You care a lot more about that. So hopefully we can get you another one tonight.
Yeah, hopefully.
Gonna be in front of a lot of people. So
we're gonna give it all. So we'll see what happens.
Who do you want to thank really quick?
Frank's Body Shop, Adam Becker, B&S Concrete, Peterson Tire, Fairleaf Farms, Steve's Yard Care.
Yeah, and maybe we'll see you in a new chassis next year. I don't know.
You never know. I don't know. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, exactly. We got just off-season decisions, right?
I just hate changing brands because it's just you got to change everything out. So all the spare parts you got to sell it all, and you got to pretty much do it on pennies on the dollar, and that's what sucks about the whole thing. So
absolutely. So
cars are pretty new, so I don't know. We'll just have to see.
All right. Well, we're going to do a live quick change here. Chubbs, good luck tonight.
Thanks.
All right. So we're going to get Poet in here. We're going to get Cole off. He's going to go, I think, take some photos here. So we're going to talk to our sponsor tonight. All as she's getting on here. One of our longest tenured sponsors here at the Speedway, Poet Biorefining, Brooks, Iowa. They're a longtime sponsor here at the racetrack. They do a really good job of supporting our local racetrack here in town, and they support a lot of businesses here, and they have one hell of a facility out there in Brooks, and they promote one hell of a business, and it comes down home here in Iowa. Ethanol is a huge thing, so
we didn't go to a break, so that's why we're rushing around here.
Yep.
I want to get you in and get you time, so our main sponsor tonight is Poet Biorefining, and we have Trina Green here with us. So thank you very much for joining us. We get to communicate with you off and on, and it's been more this week, and you guys had some great ideas because it's also our back to school night tonight. So obviously originally this was scheduled for
School starts Monday. Well, I started last Monday, but
so
kids go back Monday.
Originally, this was this race was supposed to be a month ago, but we're due to rain. But thank you very much for staying with us for this race.
Keep going.
As you'll see, this will be a big crowd, so it's very good to have you here. So, Poet Biorefining, to get you up to speed, has been one of our biggest, if not our biggest sponsor for many years now. And I know back in the day when we started all this, they talked about how this was because we're a local attraction. That's probably one of the biggest attractions in the county. So, and they felt it was always good to be able to do that. So, you guys have done so much for the community, without a doubt. One of the biggest things that was done for us was this tower up here.
Okay.
You guys were the big contributor for that. So that's why we call our suite up there the Poet Biorefining Suite. So, and have fun with it tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody, the team members are excited.
We have great weather tonight, so
perfect.
but it's usually they're loving it because it's air conditioned.
Right.
Because the last few weeks has been horrible.
It's been bad.
So Trina, just wanted to get you on here, explain a little bit to the people. How long has Poet been here? And I can't even say myself how long Poet's been here. I remember the groundbreaking, going out there for all that.
2007.
2007. So
Yep.
And ethanol industry, we talk about a lot when we have Iowa Corn here. We had all their big reps here, and we talk about it and how a lot of us deal with the legislature, and that's tough anymore because big oil kind of hurts too. So when we talk about that stuff, but it's just a neat thing. One thing I always see when we talk about ethanol here is I look at our E85 pumps, and there's no place cheaper than right here in Corning, Iowa. I mean, I don't know if that's just because we have a local refinery here or not.
I am not sure.
So I always wondered that. I don't know if you've noticed that too, but it's usually $1.99 or cheaper, it seems like, here in Corning. So I don't know if that's
I have not noticed that.
So what do you do with Poet? Why don't you tell everybody?
I am administrative coordinator, so kind of jack of all trades. Do everything, try to keep everybody in line, help with benefits and onboarding new team members. We take really good care of our team members.
Yep.
We are very passionate about that, and so I do all the things to keep them excited about being at Poet and make sure that they know they're appreciated. And
how many people do you employ here?
We have 45 members.
And most of them have been there a long time, probably, haven't
Yeah.
they? Yep.
Yes.
I remember before the season started, I always get with you guys, and I always go out and give you guys your tickets. And I went out there, and there was this big top 10 out there, and I'm like, I think it was I don't know if it was some switch over or cleaning you guys were doing, but I like they said they had that for your employees and that people that help them do that. They had that tent up or something for them to be able to eat in. But I remember there was a whole bunch of snacks or something. I was thinking it was like ice cream. I can't remember what it was, but you guys were having refreshments.
I think it was Employee Appreciation
Is that
Day.
what it was?
Yes,
Okay.
in March. Yes. So we do a big, just a big fun day for the employees. We
Yeah.
actually they get chair massages and food all day long, steaks, ice cream.
That's what I thought, because it looked like it was pretty fun.
Yes.
So I just happened to be there that day. I'm like, well, this looks nice. So because there was a big top 10 out there. I don't know if it was outside, but anyway. So yeah. But then something about. Maybe it was a different time I was out there, like you have to close down for a week or something, or I don't know what you guys were doing that time.
Yep, so once a month we have shut down for one day where we shut the plant down, do cleaning and maintenance, and then during the spring, and we're actually doing one this fall too, but we shut down for an entire week. We still receive grain, but processing building shuts down for cleaning. And
so the other thing about Poet, I get to see a little bit of, is because I live in Nottoway, and you go north of town and you have Drake's out there, but I think they deal a lot with several of the refineries on the commodities that are the byproducts.
Yes.
Of Poet. So, I mean, I don't know all of it, but you have I think it's called distiller's grain.
Mm-hmm.
You have distiller's grain and a lot of this stuff is used in the feed business for cattle. Isn't that correct?
Yes,
so.
Cattle, and some of the other plants even make dog food now. And some plants do dry ice.
Does most of that just get shipped locally?
I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, I don't mean to fold you on. I've been learning some of that stuff myself because I know Todd and Christy real well. But because I know they have a big pit out there, and they'll put distiller green in that, and then they have another big in-ground tank with the syrup.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we
like
do
there's
syrup.
corn syrup, and it amazes me. It's extremely hot.
Yes.
but I chuckle because I grew up with an uncle that used to make corn liquor. So, and honestly, it's really it's no different process technically. It really isn't it? I mean, it's just you're taking corn and you're turning it into alcohol.
Yes.
And it takes water product. Because I remember when they were building it, I know they had to dig on the backstretch here. I think they put a raw water line down there directly to Poet. So they weren't using, obviously, city water. It's a raw water line. So yeah.
Yeah, but we do make beer, the starting process of beer.
Right. Yep, and it's it's amazing. You drive by and you see the stack blowing smoke because it's steam mostly.
Yes,
I guess.
and it's steam.
Yeah. So,
yep.
So but I mean, you guys have been a great part of this community, and I think the community is extremely supportive of you guys as well. What other things do you guys try to get involved with here locally?
We are very passionate about the community, and especially kids in the community. Our general manager, Scott Sautel, is very passionate about kids and making sure that they are fed and have the things that they need.
Yep.
So we donate a lot to the school, to the Feed the Pack program.
Yep.
We donate money just so the kids can have snacks.
Right.
And one of the things that we did tonight was lunch boxes for the first 70 kids that walked in the gate. And the lunch boxes are filled with goodies so that they can have food during the school year.
Because it's perfect for back to school night. And if you're arriving, or if obviously you're in the stands listening to us too, you guys got a lot of goodies too handed out. They're still over there handing stuff out, a lot of neat stuff. So we really appreciate that because we love it when sponsors are able to do that. So I know another thing, I think you guys were part of the scoreboard at the football field. I think you guys sponsored that too, it's just that I used to be on the Booster Club, and I was off right when that started. But, I mean, you guys have always been good about that type of thing as well. So that's the thing.
We
it's
love
all about the
supporting
community.
schools and the community, absolutely.
And I've said this before. I try to go to the chambers and stuff, but I think this county is a very progressive county, and I think you guys are a big part of that, about staying with the times or staying ahead of everything. And, I think Adams County is a great community, and that's what's neat about it. It's not technically the Corning Chamber of Commerce, it's the Adams County Chamber, and that's what's neat about it, because being an Ottawa resident, I feel like we're included too.
Sure.
So same with Prescott. So, and we have our local banquet at the Eagles Nest in Prescott, which is a perfect fit for us as well. So it's like you guys, we feel we're the same way. It's all about the community and giving back, because we have our 50-50 fund, we do scholarships, and it's all part of that. So that's the great part about you guys is Greg was the original gentleman I dealt with, and then Scott came in too, and it's like, so yeah, it's always scary having a new person to deal with, and it's like, okay, I feel like I gotta go beg, like that's what I feel like. I'm a volunteer, so I'm not, I learned from professional guys that we had on the board back in the day with KMA and stuff like that, but it's just. I just feel so weird sometimes. Like I feel like I'm going out begging to help people help us, But
we love to have you come out.
You guys are tremendous. I mean, Poet Biorefining is such an awesome deal, and the corn industry and everything. That's why we changed everything. If you noticed, green, like you can see the back of our logo. That's why it's got a ear of corn there, and that's the whole point of it. Is like because of Poet Iowa corn. That was a no-brainer to us.
That's awesome.
So, but I'll tell you what, I know you guys had some ideas. We're going to try to do them. We have downtime to do some things with the kids tonight as well for some game stuff. I got it set up ready. I've got my post-it notes.
Awesome.
We'll try to get that going. So
very fine.
But thank you for coming on, and thanks for coming. I hope you have a lot of people show up and use the suite.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got a little bit stocked up there for you. So
that's
if you need anything, don't hesitate to holler at me. I'll be over on the other side, acting like I'm doing something. So. Anyway, I'm always running somewhere, but thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah,
and,
you bet. Thanks for all you guys do.
You bet. So that's Trina Green from Poet Biorefining here in Corning, Iowa. Thank you very much. And if you're still coming, and which you are, they still have goodies over there for you to grab. So make sure you get in there and get those. We're going to wrap things up here really quick. We're going to go just a little long. If you haven't started out here, I looked at our late models. We have 26, and I'm surprised on a couple of them because I don't know if you noticed, but there's no 30 car. It's a 62 car. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
So that's Justin Zeitner. So he got cleared to race, so we're happy to have Justin here. He's a former winner of this race, so he's going to make some things interesting out there. So.
Got to get off of here. We're going to be back here next Saturday night, race fans, and we'll be back here. We are racing Friday.
We're going to race Friday.
No show Friday.
So yeah.
But it'll be just a show Saturday.
Yep.
So
I know it's football Friday night. Be starting off, but I tell you what, folks, believe me, there'll be plenty of racing going on after the football games are over.
Yep.
So head on over. We'll make sure you get in here. We're going to have plenty of racing going on. We have double features next week on Friday night for the sport mods and the hobby stocks to get them caught up. So we'll have double features on Friday night for 2 classes. We'll have our regular races next Saturday night. Houghton State Bank, Northland Oil will also be part of that because we'll be doing King of the Hills.
Pole and Construction will be Friday night as well.
Yeah,
so.
It's Pole and Construction. They got a lot of goodies to hand out. They got some cool things for the kids. Also, next week on Saturday is King of the Hill. Hobby Stock King of the Hill. Your sponsor, Hewlett & Son Salvage, has put up 300, 200, and 100 for the top 3. So we'll have guys that'll definitely want to be going for that King of the Hill, 300 to win King of the Hill next week. So
all right.
Also, thank you to 5-Star Trucking, Jeremy Houck tonight. I don't know if we got to mention him, but he's added money for tonight.
Yep.
Can't thank them enough for doing that. We have 26 late models. We will be starting all of them. So just so you know that, we're not going to run a B. We want to run all of them. So we'll have a 26-car field for the late models. So
all right, we got to go.
So for Evan Baldwin, I'm Cliff Baldwin. We thank you very much for joining us here on Pitside Live. I better pull up my screen to make sure we can log out, and we'll be back here with you next Saturday. And no, we won't, because I'm going to have to log back in to do it. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Like I said, pay attention to our Facebook page and our website because we have a lot of things changing quite often. We want to make sure that you stay informed. We've got a lot of things changing. We want to make sure you're with us.